the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela. We are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Regular.
Mayfield down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now, as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on now, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. They forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
82-40.
Play action. Now Wentz. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Now Austin. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Run.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, alert! Kings! Point it right.
Mayfield to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. Finding space at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Mayfield's throw complete to Freiermuth. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Real.
To throw, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz.
saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The center receiver in motion to the right. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try to pick up bigger yardage.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From left side on target to Thielen. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the drive will indeed continue. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Wentz. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Shorty.
A run between the tackles with Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try again with Cohen. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Cade York on now for the field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tony Field that time in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Regular. Hurry.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. after the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On play action, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll send the tight end in motion. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
82. Hey, Forrest, hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On play action, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake. Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Boswell's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before half for Wentz. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Taking it in over the middle. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Austin. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Up, up. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. Here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Run. Big time drive. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your...
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Sunday.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Sunday. Hey, forward, Tokyo.
Play action. Now wins. Caught by Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, run with Cohen. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Sunday. Hey, 57.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
5-7.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A They'll pick up a 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Cohen will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mayfield's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, pass complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mayfield to throw. Connecting with Johnson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They hand this off to Harris. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Run, run, run. Hurry, hurry!
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, All you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Here's Baker. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. A gain of 22.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. And this stadium just fell silent in a hurry.
Crowd was ready to erupt, weren't they? But guess what? That chance to win one here, to steal one in the final seconds, goes awry.
Go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here. Know that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.